Hey everybody, it's lantern time. It's Ken. We're back for another lantern video this week. And I don't know if you noticed, but wow, we cleaned the workbench off a little bit finally. Got a little bit of room to work, and we got an empty bench. So we got something to talk about. This week, I'm showing off my Dietz #2 Blizzard outside lift that I just picked up. And funny as I mention this, my buddy Rayo Rob just sold one, actually. It's so funny. It's like one in, one out. I bought this online, actually, just before he put his listing up of the one he was selling. And I already had bought this and got lost in the mail for a few days. I was kind of getting a little nervous, but it finally showed up again. But yeah, what we got here is a pretty cool one. Although this one is painted, but it's pretty decent. But it's pretty decent paint job. There is some spots on the top there. It looks like it might be some tin in there, so might eventually strip it. I don't know, but I'm kind of liking it for now. It did have a cone. The cone was painted. I did strip the paint off the cone because I don't like the cones painted, and the wick riser knob was painted, and I stripped that all off. And but other than that, it was just dirty, and yeah, it's in really good shape. I had to do a lot of clean. Actually, the cone was actually stuck on this one. Somebody had painted right over the cone, and I had a little bit of a job getting that off. But thank goodness it was only the cone on this one. Once I just took my time going gently, prying all around. Once I did that, the burner actually came right out. The burner, thank goodness, was free on this one. So and then the spring in the top was really rusted. I had to lubricate that quite well, and I got that working really good. Actually, the lift mechanism didn't work at all. Didn't even want to open up when I first got it. So, but anyway, yeah, why don't we give it a light up? Put a brand new wick in there, and put some lamp oil in there. Put the good lamp oil in this one, because this is a nice one here, and I want to keep that nice. But yeah. So there we are, new addition to the family. And while we're on the subject of talking things, I want to give a shout out to another YouTuber out there, one of my other YouTube heroes, Scoutcrafter. And I was inspired this week, well, a few days ago, by your poor man's flea market. And I had an episode at the poor man's flea market, yes, that I want to share. An unbelievable find, actually. So amazing. I scored this Master Heat Gun Veritemp heat gun. Industrial. Look at the cord on this thing. Beautiful. Now these things go for a few bucks. I'll post it up there, what they sell for brand new. Unbelievable. And this thing was all covered with sawdust. It had sawdust all over it, but I could see underneath that it looked pretty good. I mean, look how, in fact, there's still some sawdust in there underneath the I got to get in there with a brush and clean it up a little better. But I thought, I'll bet this thing works for some reason. I just, I just have a feeling sometime, and believe it or not, I need a heat gun, because I clean my lanterns. I usually take, well, the filthy ones, I usually take some super clean right on them, take them right to the garden hose, and I usually just give them a good squirt with the garden hose, and then I dry them off. And what I'm currently using is this. Now this is just a Harbor Freight heat gun, which there's really nothing wrong with it, but there's only two settings and 2 speeds, and it's hot and hotter. And it gets hot, believe it or not. It gets almost too hot. I can get these things like smoking, like the residual kerosene will actually start, and not only that, it burns my hands, and I don't want to do any damage to the lanterns, So I kind of pulse it on, heat it up, turn it, this one is actually variable. You can actually vary the heat, you can vary the temperature, as well as it actually has a 3-position switch. It'll actually just blow air and or not heat and all. Whereas this doesn't have like a neutral switch. It's just like I said, hot, heat, low, and hot or heat, high. And yeah, and that it does get it. You could like start a fire with that. Well, you probably can with this too if you turn it all the way up. But yeah, poor man's flea market. I could not believe what I scored here. This is just awesome. And awesome. This thing is heavy. It weighs like, gotta weigh about 3 or 4 pounds. I can't believe it. And look at the cord. The cord on this thing is just a monster. But anyway, yeah, so I wanted to give a shout out to him and show him what I got at the poor man's flea market. So yeah, there's our new Dietz Blizzard outside lift, and I did, by the way, give it a good scrub down and dry it off with this, and it worked really well. I was able to control the temperature to get it hot enough where I could still handle the thing and dry it all off really good. So yeah, that's our episode for this week. I want everybody to stay safe, continue to stay safe, and we'll see you real soon with another video. Bye bye for now.